Hello dear students. Today we are going to discuss about some of the important NCERT exemplar questions which are really very important for the understanding of, or I should say for the clarification of your concepts. And these questions I have taken from the first three chapters of chemistry, that is chemical reactions and equations, acid, bases and salts, and metals and non-metals. And the deleted portion from third chapter, it has not been taken in these problems. So these questions are very important to be understood. So please concentrate well on this lecture. What is this question? See, a solution of potassium chloride. What is given to us? Solution, and solution is of potassium chloride. Potassium chloride. And as he is writing solution, so we will be writing aqueous. Okay, when mixed with silver nitrate, solution, that is again aqueous, it will give what? See, an insoluble white substance is formed. Now we have to complete this equation. What is given to us? Potassium chloride in the aqueous medium. Then we are having silver nitrate, and we are supposed to tell what will be the white insoluble substance formed. So let us start from here. I am writing the equation now. Just concentrate well. I hope it is visible to you. Potassium chloride plus silver nitrate, and as he is using the word insoluble white substance is formed, so it means this is the precipitation reaction. If this is the precipitation reaction, just recall the definition: exchange of ions will take place. So positive will go with the negative and negative will go with the positive. So what we will be having? Silver chloride, and it will be solid, and this is silver chloride. Along with silver chloride, what else has been formed? Potassium nitrate, and this is aqueous, and here the PPT will be formed. They are white PPT of potassium nitrate. Okay, so next question. Next question is also very important. It has not been asked in the exams. As such, in CBSE exam, it has not been asked, but somewhere it is being asked in NTSC or some of the entrance, if you will be giving in between during this 10th standard or after the 10th standard. So why fireflies glow at night? What is the reason? So main reason is the protein which will be present in the fireflies, it will undergo oxidation, and because of oxidation process, light will be emitted, and when light will be emitted, then what happen? The firefly, we feel that firefly, or we observe the firefly is glowing at night. So main words which you are going to focus: protein which is present in firefly, it will undergo oxidation in presence of particular things, air as well as the enzymes which are present in it, and this will give rise to emission of light, and this is the reason why fireflies glow at night. Okay ji. Then comes your question number 3. This is very, question seems to be very lengthy, but it is not at all difficult, so don't be afraid of question. As the question is lengthy, so answer will also be lengthy. No, nothing like that. Answer will not be lengthy. Magnesium ribbon is burnt in oxygen to give a white compound X. So what he is saying, just let us write. Magnesium ribbon is burnt in presence of oxygen, and when you are going to provide heat, so we have done this reaction, what will happen? Magnesium oxide is going to be formed. I have balanced it, you can balance it. Okay, definitely we know when magnesium burn, it burns with a white dazzling flame. Okay, just see. A magnesium ribbon is burned in oxygen to give white compound X. So what is this white compound X? This is X. This is X. Magnesium oxide is X. Now, X accompanied by emission of light, that we are knowing, white dazzling light will be there. Now, if burning ribbon is now replaced in an atmosphere of nitrogen, this burning ribbon, when burning ribbon will burn, definitely it will be burning in presence of oxygen. So when you are going to replace it in presence of oxygen, no sorry, nitrogen, it will continue to burn, but compound Y will be formed. This is the particular compound which is going to be formed, and please memorize this. This is Mg3N2, that is magnesium nitrate. It is not nitrate, nitride it is. Okay, G. And when we will be balancing, this way it will go with the balancing. After this, what he has said, write the chemical formula of X and Y. X we have written, Y we have, X also we have written, Y also we have written. After that, B part he is saying balanced chemical equation when X is dissolved in water. Now X you are going to have, X is MgO, and now you are going to dissolve it in water. When you will be dissolving it in water, what is going to be formed? You know, magnesium hydroxide is going to be formed. This is your X, and this is your magnesium hydroxide. Okay, G. Then comes your next question. It is question number 4. Question number 4 is what? See, question number 4. Name the acid present in ant sting. If you are recalling your chapter, you might be knowing which acid is being present. The acid name is either the methanoic acid, or it is also known as formic acid. Then we have to write its formula. After writing the formula, we have to tell the common method how we can get relief from this acid. Okay, so just see, acid present is methanoic acid, methanoic acid, or formic acid. Okay, and the formula of it is HCOOH. You have to learn it as such. And what is the common method? What we can have? We have to apply paste of sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda on it. Fine. So this is how you will be writing this answer. Then question number 5. How we can make distinction between baking powder and washing soda? By heating. And when we are going to provide heat, how we can make difference between them? See, baking powder is NaHCO3. Okay, and when we are going to have it, and when we are going to heat it, it will be Na2CO3 plus CO2 and H2O. And one more thing, don't get confused here. In baking powder, what we used to say, baking powder is actually the addition of baking soda and some mild edible acid. So mild edible acid से उसकी composition में कोई ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मतलब वहाँ से वो H positive ions जो है वो attain कर लेता है. ठीक है. So the reaction for heating of baking powder and baking soda will be same. So that is sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water are going to be formed. But there will be no such gas evolved on heating washing soda. Which gas? By heating sodium bicarbonate, we have got the gas, that is evolution of carbon dioxide. But evolution of carbon dioxide will not be there in washing soda. Here what will be happening? Here loss of water molecules will take place. See, Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. This is what? This is your washing soda. And when you are going to provide heat, it is going to break up, water will be separated and sodium carbonate will be separated. It will become anhydrous, means it is not containing water of crystallization. Okay ji. Then comes your question number 6. In one of the industrial processes used for manufacture of sodium hydroxide, we are going to prepare sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Fine. A gas X is formed as a byproduct. So firstly, we should be knowing how we are going to prepare sodium hydroxide. Okay, one of the industrial processes used for manufacture of sodium hydroxide, a gas X is formed as the byproduct. Now let us start so that you can see. क्वेश्चन में क्या कहा गया आपको? कहता है इन वन ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोसेसेस यूज्ड फॉर द मैग्नीशियम ऑफ सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड जब हम प्रिपेयर करते हैं, ओके, सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, अ गैस एक्स इज फॉर्म्ड एज बाय प्रोडक्ट. इसके साथ क्या रिलीज हो रहा है? गैस एक्स इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म्ड एज द बाय प्रोडक्ट. And the gas X reacts with lime water. This gas X reacts with what? This reacts with lime water. This is your lime water. Fine. To give Y. What is it giving? Y. Y, which is used as a bleaching agent in the chemical industry. Bleaching agent means which is used as bleaching powders. So try to understand, this is bleaching agent. So I hope you have guessed it. It will be CaOCl2. Y is your CaOCl2. And what will be X? Cl2. Why so? Because bleaching powder is prepared by the action of chlorine on dry slaked lime. Here instead of dry slaked lime, he has used the word. What word has been used? He has replaced this word by writing it as C. He has used lime water. Lime water और dry slaked lime formula is same. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? NaOH prepare हुआ in along with which gas? Chlorine gas. And if you will be recalling this is which reaction? This is actually when you are going to have water or I should say electricity passage through the brine solution. This reaction has been asked. This is brine. What is brine solution? Aqueous solution of sodium chloride. And what is X over here? X is chlorine gas. What is Y over here? It is CaOCl2. That is bleaching powder. Very important, very good question to be understand. Okay, Ji. Then this is again a good question. This has been discussed in the previous notes also. Generally, when metals are treated with mineral acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. But when metals except manganese and magnesium, they are treated with HNO3, hydrogen is not liberated. Why so? Very simple answer. Because nitric acid is an oxidizing agent. So what it is going to do? It will be going to reduce itself to the oxide of nitrogen and it will be oxidizing hydrogen to form water. This is your question which is being discussed in chapter acid, bases and salts also. So from there you can have the detail of this question. Then comes your question number 8. Again question which is to be understand well. See question number 8. So a metal M, okay, a metal M does not liberate hydrogen from acids. So metal M है which is not going to liberate hydrogen from acid. It means it is going to lie below hydrogen. ठीक है ना, बट रिएक्ट्स विद ऑक्सीजन टू गिव ब्लैक कंपाउंड। बट वो किसके साथ रिएक्ट करता है? इट इज रिएक्टिंग विद हाइड्रोजन, इट इज गोइंग टू रिएक्ट विद हाइड्रोजन to give a black colored substance. Okay, now we have to identify everything. So just remember, if we will be focusing on the reactivity series, this way we used to write. ठीक है ना? So when we will be writing this way, then gold and silver will be there. Okay ji, this is mercury. So if little pressure will be putting on our brain, then what will happen? Black colored substance was formed with copper when we have provided heat to copper. Okay, so and copper is not going to displace hydrogen. Why? Because hydrogen is more reactive than copper. This is another thing also. So what will be our reaction here? Sorry, hydrogen I have written second step. Hydrogen wala step usne pucha hi nahi. Here simply we are going to provide heat in presence of oxygen, and we are going to have black substance which is copper oxide. This, okay, and this is M, this is CuO, and here you can write copper will not displace hydrogen from dilute acid as it is less reactive than hydrogen. That's it. Now last question for today. Solution of copper sulfate was taken in an iron pot. After few days, what was observed? Iron pot was found to have number of holes in it. Now we have to tell this why it happens. Definitely, if we will be storing more reactive metal in the less reactive metal, then what will happen? Reaction will be there. Okay, so see, as iron is more reactive than copper, therefore it displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, and the reaction is as below. And this reaction we have discussed many times. Fe plus CuSO4. Okay, and when displacement reaction will be carried out, what will happen? FeSO4 plus copper. So I hope you have enjoyed these questions, and your more concepts from the 3 chapters they have been discussed. Next time again I'll be bringing some more good questions from the 3 chapters. Till that time, thank you. God bless you.